Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're making some Gulab Jamun. This is a dish that is very popular in Pakistan and it's a simple and delicious dish. We've made this on our channel before, but we're making it again. It's going to be tastier, it's going to be in higher quality, and we're going to explain in more detail. And this is a better recipe. Now first thing we're going to do is we're going to be making our syrup. And yeah, first thing we're going to do is be adding sugar. We need 4 cups of sugar. Then we're going to match that with around 6 cups of water. So right now we're going to add 4 cups of sugar, as you can see. Now we have some crushed up lychees, which is we're going to use a pestle and mortar just to crush. It just gives it a really nice smell. And yeah, you can see that was 1 cup. Now we put it on the stove on high heat, and now we're going to be adding in water. So we added like 3-4 glasses of water, but that equates to around 5 to 6 cups of water. The measurement 250 milliliter cups of water. So now this is the syrup. It's a very simple recipe. Now we're just gonna give this a good stir, and we're gonna let this boil, and then we're gonna set it aside soon. Now it's time to make our actual Gulab Jamun. So yeah, first we have some milk powder. Now we got this from this is Devondale, but any milk powder works. So we're gonna be adding 2 cups of milk powder from Devondale. And now we're gonna match that with half a cup of soft rising flour. And now here we have salmonella, which we're gonna add also half a cup. Yeah, so we're gonna have half a cup salmonella and half a cup soft rising flour, and yeah, 2 cups of milk powder. And now we're gonna add 400 milliliters of thickened cream. So we're just gonna wing it by using this 1 cup, which is 250 milliliters. So we're just gonna add that. Then we're gonna add just 150 milliliters more. So we'll add roughly a little more than half of this cup, just like that. We're gonna add this in, and then we're just gonna give this a really good mixture. And yeah, that's basically like the recipe for Gulab Jamun. And then we're going to shape into balls, fry, and put into the syrup, which will be all showing on later on. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Now, after we mix it with a spoon for a little bit, we want to go in with our hands, since that's easier and it is way more efficient than using a spoon. So you can see the dough is quite sticky, and that's what we like. But we don't want it way too sticky or way too not sticky. So this is our syrup. You can see it's starting to boil, and it smells really good if you're trying to make it. Now we're going to assemble it. We're going to shape this into some Gulab Jamun balls or rectangle-ish ovals. So yeah, but first we're going to be putting some water on our palms, but only going to do it once. And if you follow all the steps and instructions, you should not need to be putting more water, and it should just all flow in smoothly. But if you messed up some calculations, it might get a little too sticky or a little too smooth. So you want just the right texture with no gaps and no cracks. Cracks mean that it will just fall apart while it is frying up and in the oil, which is not what anybody would like. So you can see with all these measurements, it's perfectly done, it's perfectly shaped, and with absolutely no gaps. And with no gaps, it helps cook it more evenly, and it does not fall apart at all. Now we're going to repeat this process for all of the Gulab Jamun. And yeah, this whole recipe takes maybe around 30 minutes to get them all done, and can store them in the fridge or the multiple days, and can share with everyone. This is a good dish to share with people. This is some oil we're just going to be using to fry up, and that's the syrup we set aside. So yeah, we're going to be frying up the Gulab Jamun, and then we're going to be putting it inside the syrup so it can just be sweet. Yeah, this is a very simple recipe, as you can see. Now that's on high heat, and the other one's turned off. We want it to cool down. We don't want it to put into hot syrup. Now at the end, we just turned some into some ball shape, because yeah, it's gonna be fun. We added around 4 to 5 ball shaped ones. The rest of them are rectangle-ish. It's your choice. You could do the other way around, have everything ball shaped. At the end of the day, it makes no difference in taste. It's just the shape of it. So yeah, our ones turned out absolutely amazing in the end. Super fluffy, super gorgeous. So yeah, since now we're nearly done with this, after we finish this, we're going to be making our way over to fry it. This is just our last one we're making. We're shaping into a little smaller one. And yeah, we'll put this on the plate. Now we're going to make our way over to the fire. Now we're just going to slowly drop these in. We don't want to drop it from too much of a height, or else the oil is going to plop, and it's really, really hot. It's been on high heat for quite a while, and we want it to be like that. And as you will see, you know you've done it correctly if the gulab jamun starts to float to the top, which means you've done it correctly. So yeah, we're just going to add around 20 to 30 at a time. We don't want too much, or get overcrowded. And as you can see, after a while, it starts to all float to the top, and it all starts to cook. You want to make sure you flip it occasionally, or else only one side is going to be golden, one side is going to be red, and the other side is going to be completely white. So slowly but steadily, you're going to have all of them cooked evenly. We're aiming for a reddish to a little bit like dark red color. And we're going to be repeating this process 3 times. So yeah, you can see that we consistently we're not forcefully spinning it around. We're just giving it a little spin by the back of the ladle, and that's the easiest way to get it around. Now after it's done, we're going to put it inside the syrup. And it cools down, it sinks to the bottom, it absorbs all the sweetness and all the juices, and then you have your ready gulab jamun. So yeah, this is our first batch. It came out amazing, and it smelled amazing as well. So yeah, if you're gonna make this dish, your whole house is gonna smell really, really good. So yeah, we added in our last scoop of gulab jamun. Now we move on to our second batch. But first, we're gonna give this a good little mix. Now we move on to our second batch. We're gonna cover it up with a lid, and yeah, this time you'll be able to see how it flows to the top, and it's a really satisfying look. You can see it flows to the top and it turns a little bit like white on both sides. And yeah, so we added around, you can 20, 30-ish, as I said before. We only added 20 this time. We knew we could have added more, but then we realized it was a little too late. So you can see it, look, as you can see, it just rises to the top just like that. Yeah, you know you've done great when it's like that. It's like a little mini pillow. And I'm gonna give this spin. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes for the gulab jamun to become fully, reddish. We want for a dark red, just like this, a little darker than this. So it gets crispier. It gets really crispy on the outside, but really soft on the inside. And we don't want it to sit in the syrup for too long, or else it'll become way too soft, and that's not what we want. We want it crispy on the outside. We want it really, really soft and really sweet on the inside. So after we made our second batch, we realized, yeah, the first batch is going to be absorbing a little too much. So we had to take some out before we went on with putting our third batch in the syrup. So yeah, this is a second batch that is now completed. Now we're going to go on with our third batch. But again, we're going to just show you how it just rises to the top. It's a bit longer video. It's a better explanation on how to make gulab jamun. Really an easy recipe. And yeah, if you would like to try this recipe, make sure to comment. If you've tried it, make sure to leave a like, comment on how it was. And yeah, if you want to see more recipes just like this one, make sure to turn your notifications on. Make sure to be liking, sharing, and also subscribing. And make sure to check out our other socials like TikTok. You can see it's been setting in the syrup. It gets really big. And now we're just going to add it to a little container. We're going to be transferring our gulab jamun into the container. You can see it's set down beautifully. You can see how glossy it is because of the amount of sweetness, the amount of juices it's absorbed. Now we're just going to use the thing to put it inside the thing. So it doesn't matter if some of the syrup goes inside the container. It's all good. See, this is happening while the other batch is still bubbling and getting ready. And yeah, we're going to be topping it off after with some coconut flakes. It just gives a better look, and yeah, everyone does that. It's pretty nice. You can see the ball ones are cooked really well as well. So yeah, those are the ones everyone likes to go for first. So you can try making those as well. Now those are finished as well. And yeah, this is our gulab jamun. Now we're going to be garnishing it. Then we're going to be doing a little taste test. So now we're gonna sprinkle. That's not strawberry jam, by the way. As you can see, it's just coconut flakes that's stored in that little container. Now we're just gonna garnish on top of it. Now it's time for taste test. Of course, I went with the circle because it looks really cool, and it looked like crispiest as well. I personally prefer to top mine off with some coconut flakes as well. As I topped it off, now first I'm gonna be showing you the inside, the beautiful little inside of it. As you can see, it's nice and steaming hot, and you can see how juicy it is. Now I'm gonna take a little bite and let's rate it. I really enjoyed it. I took like 6 or 7. It's really late at night, but I ate a lot of Gulab Jamun since it was really, really good. Now, if you like this video, if you like the recipe, make sure to drop a like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, share this video with all your friends. Share this video with everyone you know. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you on the next video. Goodbye.